What the fuck is Photoshop doing? Oh god, I need to sneeze. It can't be done. There's no sneezing allowed on this earth. No. I'm tweeting a thing. Oh, okay, I'm live. Fuck. Hold on, I gotta get the chat working on my other monitor. Because it sure as shit ain't working right now. Hi, Will. Hi, Elliot. Alright, there we go. Okay, is Premiere opened yet? Nope. Fantastic. Hi, everybody. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm gonna move the... Yeah. Just moving the chat to a better place. What's up, Brick Boomer? What's up, Simply Emily? I'm just gonna call you Emily, unless that's offensive to you. Is Premiere open yet? Nope. Should have opened Premiere before we started. Hi everybody. It's been a while. I already said that. I did a riff off of it. Hi Spencer. Hi T-Lock. We got some regulars mixed in with some news here. That's pretty exciting. I haven't streamed in forever, but I was watching this is gonna sound really narcissistic, but I was watching an old stream of mine earlier, and just because I saw the title and it seemed interesting. It was something along the lines of, I'm streaming right now because I have a lot of energy, which is interesting. So I peeped it out and kind of made me want to stream. So here I am. Hi, Richard. Spencer, I forget, what's your favorite video game? Pokemon Soul Silver is the answer I tell everyone. Have I seen Black Panther? Yes, of course. I didn't do a review purely because I didn't have anything to say other than I really loved it. Scott and I might talk about it on the podcast a little bit, but whom the hell knows? I pitched it to him as an idea to talk about it on the podcast, and he said that he was down. But it's also been like a week, and it'll be like 2 weeks by the time that episode goes up, so I don't know. What about that? What are those? Joke. I tweeted about that after the movie. I think I said it made me want to die, but everyone else in the theater seemed to enjoy it, so it was fine. I think that's what I said, which, if that is what I said, I stand by that. I think it makes sense in the canon of, why can I not type anymore? What the fuck, Premiere? Ah! Oh, that's why. Sometimes my Windows button gets held down, like a ghost holds it down. Thanks, Spencer. What was it? Oh yeah, so I think it makes sense in the context of like the canon, where Shuri is young and she would reference that meme, especially when the movie was being made. That meme was at least a little more popular than it is now. But yeah. So episodes. Hi, Anthony. Episodes 1 through 31 of the podcast are, if we go, you can get some sneak peeks at scripts if you look up here. The best way to do it, the easiest way to do it, is just to go to the channel page and scroll down to here under What If. You have the online podcast, and it's a playlist that I made that has every episode of the podcast. Not in chronological order, unfortunately, just because it's better if you're going to show a playlist on a channel page to have the most recent one be the first one you see. You had a friend whispering my name at Jeff joke the whole movie. Wow, you should no longer be friends with that boy, purely because he's talking in a movie theater. This is why I see movies by myself for the first time. So yeah, this is where the rest of the podcast is. It's on the NerdSync podcast channel, and I think the first 31 episodes are also on iTunes and other podcast channels. But yeah, that's where those are. Go peep them. I'm trying to figure out a way. I haven't done any research into it, so this is mostly a lie. But I'm trying to figure out a way to get the podcasts from automatically is the key word here. Automatically from YouTube onto iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, all that stuff. So basically I need to find a way for some kind of program or process or website or something to take a YouTube video, convert it just into audio, and then with some metadata inputted by me, upload it to an RSS feed, which will then go into all the things. Now, I could just get someone to do that. I could just get, like, Dennis to do that, and that would be his new job. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just do that if I can't figure out an automatic way to do it. Pissed yourself when you saw you post a new podcast. Good, that was the goal. I wanted everybody to piss themselves. What's up, PM15? What's poppin'? What's crackin'? What happened to Skype? There it is. Alright. I only have to do this today. I just have one thing that I have to do. I have other videos I can do. I have 3 list gushions for EM. Another RNBE, actually, that they filmed. Just a short one while they're at Emerald City. And then a complete story. I can do all of that. But I'm not going to. Now. I mean, I probably wouldn't do all of that now anyway, because that would take forever. Actually, probably wouldn't take that long. It'd probably take, like, 12 hours or something. Maybe shorter. Who knows? But anyway, I'm not doing that. I've been redesigning the Show With Issues set. I'm real excited about it. I'm partially unexcited about the fact that I redesigned it after I filmed the Kite Man and the Supergirl video I'm doing for NerdSync. Which I could refilm the Supergirl video. I haven't even started editing it yet. I just filmed it, but I don't think the time frame is going to work out because the redesign of the issue set won't be done until like mid-March, if even, and the Supergirl video is supposed to go up mid-March. So if I do want to refilm it, it's going to be a really tight turnaround time, but I'll probably film my Star-Lord video. That will probably be the first time I film on the new issues set. It's mostly I don't want to show any of it yet because obviously it's not done, but the kind of large change that I wanted to make was there's not a single Funko Pop figure on the set anymore. Because I'm fucking tired of staring at them. I am of the belief, and I think I have been for a while now, that Pops are fine. They're an easy and cheap way to show support or your love for something outside of just that something. It's an extra step that's easy to get into. However, when you have fucking 64 of them in your apartment in a very concentrated area, they start to look monotonous, repetitive, and lazy. And that's what was happening. You didn't see most of that. So for reference, directly to the right of where the Show With Issues set ends, I'll show you here. So vaguely off frame, right past this Loki thing, there's some Doctor Strange stuff, there's some magic stuff, like a magic shrine basically with Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, and then some pops, and then a big Avengers poster with fucking 14 pops of all of the Age of Ultron pops. Every Age of Ultron pop, like the commercial ones, not like the special whatever ones, are sitting on the foot of the poster. Well, they're all gone now, but yeah. And there's also there's no rhyme or reason to why most of this shit is here. So I basically, I dumped everything. I took everything off of the walls. I put some fun laminate vinyl back here in the bookshelves. and I moved the Spider-Woman shrine, so you don't see as much Spider-Woman in the new set, or you won't once it becomes a thing. You own one pop figure, Anthony? Yeah, I feel like I feel like 5 in a room is enough. When you have like fucking 50 in a room and you're not like a collector, maybe it's time to stop. But there was a time in my life about 2 years ago where I had completely disposable income and I was really into collecting pops. So that's where most of my pops came from. That was right before I moved into my first apartment, and I was sort of collecting things to put on sets once I inevitably moved in to my first apartment, and could start building sets again. But like, they're just a cheap way to do things. Not a fan. I am a fan. I'm lukewarm about pops these days. That's how I'll put it. I don't much care about them. But even like, I was thinking about this earlier. Even if you go to like the old Show with Reviews set, like the old one, like the season 1 Show with Reviews set, there's not that many pops on it because I didn't own that many pops. Let's see. This is probably a good example. Yeah. So, well, this is pretty zoomed in. I don't know why I'm so zoomed in here. Let's go to the Fantastic Four review. I know what that looks like. Ugh. Dumb font. Dumb logo. Yeah, so there's like one pop. You can see one pop in this frame. And not a lot of this is like comic book stuff, but, well, these are all comic books, obviously, but there's like a slime here, and Darth Malgus statue. I don't even know where that is these days. What did I do with that? Where the fuck is that? Is that up there? I have like 2 Star Wars shrines, but I don't know where the fuck my Darth Malgus statue is. Where the hell? What happened to him? Hello? I don't know where this boy is. But yeah, this was a nice set. I like this set. And this was just a place in my bedroom when I still lived with my parents. I just kind of liked how the lighting came out. Obviously, there's the shadows are way too harsh, but I mean like the background lighting with this practical and the reflection of the Christmas lights, the bokeh there. Looks good. Anyway, enough jerking myself off. Marvel Unlimited versus Comixology. Do I own either one? That's kind of a weird argument to make, considering they both aim to do different things. Marvel Unlimited is a subscription service where you can read any comic from Marvel's library that you want, assuming they have it, with a 6-month stagger between new releases in stores and new releases on Marvel Unlimited. Comixology is a la carte, except Comixology Unlimited or whatever it's called, and you can get things the day they're released. So they're very different. In terms of quality of their scans and ease of use, I would say Comixology has better ease of use. Marvel Unlimited's a bit archaic. And yeah, Walmart versus Uber, basically. But I would say I'm remembering why I don't stream while I work anymore, because this is very distracting, but that's fine. This isn't super pertinent. I'm gonna lose my train of thought every time. Basically, they're both fine. I don't use either of them. I use Comixology sometimes, but what do I think of Marvel Fresh Start? I'm not gonna get into it right now because I kind of want to make an Orms forum about it, which I might do. I want to make an Orms forum about it because I got some stuff to say, but I don't want to say it right now because I know they're gonna be dripping stuff out over time until May, and I want to get like a substantial amount of information. I have enough to go on right now. I could talk about their shitty Quicksilver book and how they're advertising it as another greatest thing ever. It's not going to be, but bleh. If you're looking to purchase one, oh, the unlimited Comixology version. Well, okay. I don't know enough about Comixology Unlimited to recommend either. But I mean, if you're gonna read more than Marvel then yeah, Comixology, because you're not. There's a chance that you could get books that you want from any publisher, especially indie stuff. You're gonna get a lot of indie stuff with Comixology Unlimited. When's the next K-pop panel podcast? Did we talk about K-pop a lot on that podcast? I have no control over that podcast. Ask Drake. Drake, the deal there. I know it kind of looks like it's more my podcast because it's in my apartment and it's using my equipment, but it goes up on Drake's channel. The only reason it's in my apartment and it's using my equipment is because Drake doesn't have the equipment for a podcast and I already did, because of the online podcast. So our deal was he would buy me dinner. He would buy me dinner and I would allow use of my equipment and home. But we filmed like we were on like a good schedule of every other week, and then Drake never said. He brings it up occasionally when we're talking. He's like, "Oh yeah, people still want more." I'm like, "Okay, let me know," and he just hasn't. So I don't know. Ask him.
It was a guy who was very self-conscious of his chin, but he would do face cam, so he would always be behind the mic like.
Talking about Leafy. This is the shit you don't see. Well, I guess you do see all this now because these recordings are live streamed.
What is that? Is a Harley Quinn statue?
When do they start?
I'm saying that more for these two so they don't look at the chat.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I did. That's why I wanted.
When do they start? K-pop is overrated. Fair enough. How many people we got watching right now? Oh god, that's a lot of people. Who? You think the Snyder Cut of Justice League exists? I guarantee you it exists. It's probably not finished. I don't see how it could be finished because he left for a family emergency in the middle of filming.
Okay.
I don't think we're ever gonna get it.
And I look and say, yes, I go to that and not webcams like I'm used to.
Okay. Welcome.
It's like 3 minutes of shit that we don't. Oh god, this is long. 39 minutes. It's about to be 36. What a long EM episode. Okay, strap in, boys. We're in for a long haul. These strapping young men.
Welcome to another episode of Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. But this is the spin-off episode, my friends. Season 1 of the Benny Alone Show. That's right. I'm going to bring you the entire episode by myself and with these two.
Guess I can leave. I count as alone now.
So anyway, guys, for those of you joining us for the first time, this is a series.
Should probably.
By myself and with these two.
Guess I can leave. I count as alone now.
So anyway, guys, for those of you joining us for the first time, this is a series over here at Eligible Monster, in which we take other
Ba-da-ba.
talk to them, talk if we agree with them or not. And normally I would have Rob with me on my left and Natalie with me on my right. But sadly, Natalie is still recovering from her ear infection. She's going to go see the doctor again today. And Rob has a family emergency. So I grabbed two of my streaming buddies, Houston and Daniel. This is the Beanie Dan. This is Beanie Dan. Yeah, there's also a no Beanie Dan. He's not quite as interesting. And Top Hat Dan. Yes.
Top Hat Dan. Oh wow.
So we're just gonna try out something new. And so I need to make a preface before we got. You probably saw some really clickbait titles.
You say preface? Preface, Benny. Preface. Ugh. Oh, it was during reshoots? Oh, okay. I don't know, man. Maybe it does exist. I don't think we're gonna get it.
Your team might be playing. It is from a Christian blog. Now, I am going to say one thing real quick. When I was a child, I went to church quite a bit. My dad is a pastor. We're not mocking Christianity or religion. We are going to be mocking his blog, probably.
There's a good chance we might.
Yeah, I just want everyone to know, we're not mocking religion. But anybody who is religious knows that there's, like, the more normal individuals.
Dangerous game.
In the world who have the extremist side, who feel like everything has to be their way and it has to be perfect. We're seeing a lot of those issues pop up right now, not every facet of everything. But so anyway, I thought we couldn't go into this one without opening it that we are not mocking religion, even though it may sound like it. Okay, so I already looked at this to make sure that this was a little bit more kind of extreme. It is basically this woman has brought up statistics which state that in our nation alone, 8.5% of youth gamers ages 8 to 18 can be classified as being clinically.
This is very strange.
I feel like that percentage is much lower than
It's low, but I mean, she's got a point there.
Not.
This is an older blog with a statistic that low, but okay.
Not this video. Just I haven't streamed while editing in a while, and I'm just kind of working like I normally do. But there's this weird. It feels weird. I'm not gonna stop. But anyway, I encourage you guys to talk amongst yourselves, because this is really, it's not interesting what I'm doing right now.
conflict and a lack of empathy.
All right, Premiere.
I think that is the number one thing we always hear from video games, and everyone's always like, oh, if you play Doom, you're not gonna care about blowing someone's head off. Well, okay, I mean, that's the standard thing we always hear when it comes to video games for the nature, right? Yeah. Number two is the inappropriate sexual content, overall disrespect and violence towards women. That is another hot button topic in the gaming world. Yeah, they love to bring that one up as being people and how to treat women. Number three, the idea that killing should be rewarding is on the list. Those are all part of the game, the life between reality and make believe can sometimes become blurred, and disregard for human life seems all too real. Yeah, I say this is another valid point of what we discount as being, because she's going to take interest in video games and things will alter your perception of what's right and wrong. We're going to go 5 because I want to see what you guys agree or disagree that these would change someone mentally and stuff like that. I'm trying to get her guidelines right now. Number 4, the player adopts the role of a first-person shooter, actually looking down the barrel of a gun, demolishing the enemy, thus making it more real and vivid. I feel like this is like...
This is like the comics code for seduction of the innocent, but for games.
Right. Okay, and then number 5 of her guidelines is the game's success is often measured by negative behaviors which promote criminal activity that can disrespect the authority, drug and alcohol use, and other things that parents would not likely want because emulate your life.
What are my thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh? I have no thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh. I guess I do have thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh, but they're not clear enough to mention. So I don't have thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh. They're just it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
This one's targeting one specific game.
We all know what that game is. It's a pretty easy indication what they're talking about there. My Little Pony.
Yes. Yeah. I want to be... Is the one called Rainbow Sparkle?
Probably. Sounds like My Little Pony.
No idea. Okay, real quick side tangent. If I could be a My Little Pony, I would be Rainbow Sparkle with the ability to poop frozen yogurt and vomit rainbows. That would
Wow.
be that would be banging as My Little Pony. Rainbow Sparkles, pooping yogurt, vomiting rainbows. Does this make me a brony?
Yes. You just made yourself a pony. So, your name's probably going to change. Pretty sure there's already Rainbow Sparkles.
Is there already Rainbow Sparkles?
It sounds like there should be.
Why do you know there is?
Well, sometimes I'm alone and...
Oh.
I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to feel to that fire.
While I'm joking with you, Brony, I think he may actually be a brony.
There was a little bit right there where he's like, okay, I gotta make it sound like, oh no, this is sounding too real.
Roll back a little. So, how about that dog game she's talking
Oh,
about?
yeah, that's number 10. But first off, do you guys agree with those 5? Do you think that those 5 things...
Houston's a brony. Confirmed. Oh god, you guys are actually talking amongst themselves. Crazy.
could alter the perception of a child? Let's
Well,
look
the
at
more of that, because I'm still the first-person shooter. I feel like could have been in
the first one.
one of the first ones in there. But,
That was
yeah.
definitely splitting hairs with that one.
I'm working on a prop manuscript for a play my college is doing next month, and I'm using quotes from both the video and the chat as corrections over whiteout. Interesting. Whoa! Okay. Huh. I just got a text from someone I did not think I was gonna get a text from. Okay. I'll respond to that later. You ever just get non sequiturs from people that you haven't talked to in months? It's very strange. Hello, normal comic junkie. I'm working. It's not you, Anthony. You do not have my phone number.
But I'll
I will give her credit on this, though. At least
Fucking Premiere, suck my dick.
she didn't try to make up an argument. Like,
Yes.
she took arguments that are always being made in Congress and things like that.
she didn't come up with a, oh, well, you're running too fast near a pool in this game, and that's dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she didn't really reach.
So yeah, I agree with him, but at the same time, for me personally, on that aspect, kids watch movies that do the
Oh, yeah,
same
there's
thing.
always been an argument against this whole game thing. Okay, but then if you wanted to stop your child from playing video games, you should feel it makes them too violent. You need to stop them watching current television, you need to stop them watching movies, and
Stop watching the news?
Yeah, well, I will say this, this isn't at all, but when I was a kid, so my dad was a pastor, I was homeschooled for a few years. My parents liked to send me to homeschool and back to homeschool, so I would learn how to, this isn't actually anyone, but learn how to function in society. Because I discovered as a child, when I would go to homeschool, there were
You fool, Anthony.
They would wall their kids off from movies, TV shows, video games, which is fine, but they would also wall them off from any individuals they felt may be bad influence. So you would have people who legit did not know how to function in society. Yeah, they knew they could quote the Bible, but they couldn't talk to you. Like,
You need that social interaction to kind of...
I feel like this discussion would be more of a discussion less of a joke humor, so I kind of,
Yeah,
It's getting there. It's getting there.
but what I'm saying is, like, that kind of thing does exist. I've seen it firsthand as a child. There was one incident that happened to me. It's always been me. I was in Laos.
Talk,
Actually,
talk,
it was
talk.
crazy.
Talk, talk,
Side note,
talk.
my parents brought me to what's that summer thing? Summer school?
Does anybody that watching this watch the stream of this? Because if you watch the stream of this and then you also watch the finished version, you will have listened to this discussion in different ways 3 times, which that would be funny to me.
And the teacher that I had it in her head that I was that child who strived for attention. Well, you guys need to understand, because I'm me regardless of anything, and I don't care. I do like the attention, but I will be me without it. So she decided to ignore me. So for out of the 5 days of Bible camp, 2 days, I was free to do whatever I wanted, because she had it in her head that if she ignored me, I'd stop. I was running around the church. I remember they were trying to do a service, and I got on the floor, and I rolled underneath all the pews back and forth.
What a hero.
I think I was like 9.
Your Bible camp was way worse than mine. By the sounds of it. We had church study in the morning, and then we had activities. We went fishing. We went
Oh,
on
no,
hikes.
mine was all in the church, so it'd be like arts and crafts, study the Bible.
No, I was camp.
Now we're going to draw a picture about your favorite hero from the Bible, like that kind of thing. But I had a teacher who was
Your favorite hero from the Bible?
and she would
Like it's a comic book. Oh, that's great. Am I going to eat some corn dogs? No, I haven't eaten corn dogs in a while. I like how eating all those corn dogs is not what gave me food poisoning. Just some random fucking barbecue one day gave me food poisoning. What a shit show. I would have rather got food poisoning from the corn dogs so I could be like, well, I'm unequivocally done with corn dogs. And then I would be angry at all of you. Then you would all be in my debt.
Remember, she wouldn't stop me. Like, I would leave the classroom and run around the church. Like, I'd be interrupting other classes. I'm upstairs bothering the pastor.
I just want to say right now that sometimes when I'm working in the office, I try and ignore you. And he does these exact same things. I turn around and he's laying on the ground just looking up going, I don't know what's going on right now. We should have a conversation. Dan. Just, oh my gosh. I can see it.
But the best part, though, is the first day she did it, my parents didn't know what happened. The second day she also did it.
You send me a Yu-Gi-Oh card? I vaguely remember that. I'm sure it was funny. I don't know.
In that day 2 would be different.
He's learned.
And apparently, like, there was complaints from the other teachers to my parents, who then complained to her. And then, because I remember this vividly, I remember there's like a couple of vivid scenes I remember her being so mad to him, that she then tried to turn it around. Like, I was so disruptive that she had no choice but to ignore me. Like, she made it out that I had gotten into a fight with one of the other students, and that I was walking around faking a limp and things like that. Like she made this elaborate story as to why I had to be ignored, because obviously it didn't work and my parents were upset.
That sounds real Christian of her.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is why, like, it vividly, like, as a child, it was one of the first moments that I kind of realized adults are full of shit half the time.
I also feel like if someone were to get in a fight, ignoring them so that they could also get into more fights would probably not be the best solution for that.
No.
But I remember my dad, like, because they had the same problem happen in a situation. My dad always had a philosophy of, if you're uncomfortable, we'll take you out of this. Like,
There's not even a bed in this room, dude. You're fucking... You can't... Wouldn't you just gamble on there being a bed in my office? There's no bed in my office. You absolute buffoon. Ugh. Disgusting.
I hate the snowflake argument of if you're uncomfortable, step away from it.
Is Deadpool vs. Thanos any good? I don't know. I never read it.
And part of the reason I wasn't against that is because if you confront me, well, we're going to town. Even at 9, I did that. And I remember my dad sitting down and being like, so you're saying this, and she's saying this.
It's kind of the epitome of a book I don't want to read. It could be good, but...
That sounds like a cool guy.
Yeah, and he's like, so if you want to go back, we can deal with this. If you want to stay home, I'll stay home with you for the next 3 days. Because I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters, so they were obviously in vacation Bible school still. And I remember telling my dad, like, no, I'm going back, it's fun.
I can do whatever I want over there.
Exactly. I remember that happened a second time when I was like 14. Anyway, I guess that's the stories of my childhood in church. I remember at 14 when I was being homeschooled. All of the homeschool parents had an idea.
Why would I do my work in my bedroom? Use common sense, Punda. You fool. You fool.
And realized that it was a problem with children not having social interaction. So they wanted to bring them all to the basement of church, and they would do homeschool, but in the format of a school, so they could control the outside influences. I feel like maybe that makes sense. But you also then have a bunch of moms and dads who don't know how to be a teacher, trying to be a teacher. You know, it's just not the greatest environment. But I remember when I was a kid, they tried to do the lunch thing. Well, I've always been me. And now,
Benny's told me this story before.
okay. And apparently I made them uncomfortable to the point where the other parents told my parents they need to calm me down. So my dad
Yeah, he has told me this before.
And I remember telling him the same thing, like, I'll get over it. And then he brought me back.
I mean, to be fair, you do have to learn to deal with it.
Oops. Yeah, you could be in your bedroom, but like, I have a 2-bed apartment. Why would you do work in your... There have been studies that show if you work and sleep in the same room or in the same space, it's very unhealthy. And that makes a lot of sense to me because then you're never out of work mode. Which that checks out like just from personal experience because at my first apartment I did that. I was in a 1-bed and I didn't have enough room for to put my, because I have a big ass fucking desk, so that basically took up the entirety of my bedroom, my desk. So I just had a mattress on the floor that I slept on, because I didn't have enough room for my bed frame. No, I was still at my parents' house. So some of my days I would literally get out of bed, go pee, sit down at my desk, work for like 8 hours, and then like walk 2 feet and go back to sleep. And it was not good. But here, what I do normally is if I'm on like a normal consistent schedule, I'll get up, pee, go work in my office, do whatever I need to do for the day, and then I can turn off all the lights in my office, close the door, and my bedroom is on the complete other side of the apartment. I'm very separated, and it's much better. Much more healthy.
Like that in life.
So, anyway.
So how about that list?
For the record, I went to church until I was 16. I went through it. And then my dad said, if you want to go to church anymore, you can drive. You don't have to. And I didn't. And for my own history, just so you guys know, when I was in the military, they gave me the option of being able to. So, for those guys who go to boot camp, I don't think I told you guys this either. We're going to this list eventually, because I looked at this list and we're going to move this quick. Okay, there isn't a lot to these things, and you're going to see why they're on the list. So I feel like padding this episode.
Well, the story's about job. And he's like,
Okay, so I went to the military. And in the military, you have 7 days of training. The 7 days cycle, you have 2 options. Okay, let me ask you again. You can go to church, or you can clean the entirety of the barracks.
oh shit.
What are you gonna do?
See, I'd say I'm so unreligious that I would probably, like, that would actually be a tough decision because I wouldn't want to clean all that.
It doesn't apply to everyone else. Like, would you go to church, or would you clean?
Well, honestly,
Legit? No. What I'm saying is, everyone else would then leave you, so the option got even worse for you because now there's no one to help you.
It's literally you're by yourself going, oh, I should have chose church.
So, but I found a loophole. So the drill sergeants would drop you off at the church in the bus, and they wouldn't check on you until the very last bus. If you would come back with the last bus, that's when they would find you. They'd go for it. So I stayed for every service. Christian, Catholic, Buddhist, Muslim. It was at that point that I realized I'd not been an organized religion because they're all very similar. And so while I feel like I'm a religious person, maybe being an organized religion, no, I don't agree. But you sit for every service. Right, Gary? Yeah, Gary agrees. You want to go sweep the parish? Or learn about every religion in the world. I will say this, it was very insightful 4 months ago.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like something that would actually be a good life lesson.
It
Just
really was.
see all of it.
For 4 months, every Sunday, I was a part of every religion. I was Jewish for an hour.
Oh boy. Just checking in with the chat every once in a while. You don't have to hide the cameras around my office. There's a webcam staring right at me. And there's plenty of cameras in here. Not all of them are on or connected to anything, but describe Secret Empire with 1 adjective. Diarrhea. No. 1 adjective. Damn. Good question. I want to say good, but I need like 2 words. If I had 2 words, I would say no, I would need 3. My 1 sentence would be good but disappointing. Hey Mario. Wait, why are you not a mod? I thought you were a mod, Mario. What the what? What? Here you go. Now you're a mod. Happy birthday. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. This is the guy who voiced Kite Man in the Ballad of Kite Man video that I did. This latest episode of the show with issues. He's the M Man, the Mario Man. Here he is, Mr. C. He'll teach you about stuff with the power of After Effects puppet character animator.
I want a yarmulke, so I can put it in. I didn't want it.
He's got the disguises. He's like, okay, which one's next?
And then he-
I got my bald cap. I'll put that on real quick.
Whatever it took for me to blend in with each religion, I would do it.
Oh, Premiere. Thanks, Mario. Ooh, legendary. That's a bit much, I would say. Oh. Well, your brand's ruined, Mario. I need a cold open for this video. I haven't been looking for one.
And it was funny because the pastors knew I was doing it. Because there's a different pastor for each religion at Basic.
I'll find one.
And they would know that I'm there.
Just half
it's
the
all
video
church,
yet.
But none of them stopped me.
I knew why you were there.
Probably like, you know what? At least he's staying for mine.
I feel like it was like that. Like, if they were under a certain number, maybe they'd get fired.
Oh, yeah.
So it was
It's like, at least somebody's listening.
yeah. And I would sit there with whatever their religious texts were, and I would listen to the service. Because they would kind of like, there were people who just wouldn't pay attention to taking that. You'd get in trouble if you napped.
Oh, I can see
So
that.
you had to pay attention to each one of them. And my option was to like daydream or actually follow the text. So I learned every religion for once.
Okay.
I got out of that and went, oh, those are all really similar. There's like small little differences in each religion.
There's such a big difference between us of big
I read that book right after that video and nearly cried in the library. Such a great book. Yeah, dude. That's Ballad of Kite Man is fucking messed up. That's a good comic. That's why I made a video about it. Describe Youngblood with 2 verbs. I haven't read Youngblood. Sorry.
pretty much every religion service to.
I
never
have
been
to
a church.
pee. Fuck.
But there's like small little differences in each religion.
There's such a big difference between us of been to pretty much every religion service to never been to a service at all.
No, I know. Like, and you and I talked about this stuff before. Like, we're completely different on that aspect.
Yeah.
What's your religious history?
I went to church as a Christian.
Okay.
I went to church camp like you. Luckily for me, my church camp was not in a church. It was on campgrounds.
Oh,
And I got to go fishing, hiking.
Oh, hell
we had
yeah.
Bonfires. We talked about God.
Go fishing.
2 hours a day. Spread out throughout the day. The morning would start with a run through the woods. That was fun. Things like that. So, and then when I was 14, my parents like, you don't have to go to church anymore.
My church camp fucking sucked. It was at a campground, but it was just dumb and boring. I remember one time I went to band camp. I'm not joking. This is not like a silly haha reference. I went to band camp once, and it was a ski trip. We went to Colorado for a ski trip, and we were on a bus for like fucking 18 hours or some shit. It wasn't 18 hours. It was like 8. And when we got there, we did one performance, and then everyone skied for the rest of the time. And I don't like skiing. I never have. I probably never will. So I'm just fucking sitting there with the counselors playing Pokemon on my DS. I'm like, I just came here to play my drum. They're like, it was band camp. Why would we play once? What's the point? Don't call it band camp then. Pieces of shit. Ugh. Alright. Good night, Mario. I played the snare drum at the time. Later I got a drum kit, and played all of that. And everybody hated me because I was, oh, look at Dylan, look at this fuckboy with his full drum kit. La-dee-da. For reference, the drum kit was not offered as a thing in my middle school's band. I just wanted a drum kit, so I got it, and then asked the teacher if I could bring it in, and because he's a band teacher, he's like, oh, hell yeah, now I get a drum kit for these little snotty kids? Shit, dude. Yeah, dude. But my mom and I would have to wheel it in, like, twice a week from our car to the school, twice a week, because the music teacher, who was separate from the band teacher, she didn't want the drum kit in her classroom overnight. Even though she was like, oh, I'm worried people will break it. I'm like, I'll just put a coat, like a little, a sheet over it so people don't touch it. Or I'll break it down and wheel it into the closet or something. She's like, no, fuck you. It was dumb.
Things
Anyway.
like that. So, and then around 14, my parents like, you don't have to go to church anymore if you don't want to. So I stopped going to church. And I said, don't play video games.
So now I'm going to the timer. We have 15 minutes about the list.
Awesome. This is a life discussion, people.
Yeah, okay, so let's go through the list then. I'm going to be called to the discussion. Yeah, these are the games God doesn't want you to play. Ready?
Probably bad.
So what do you think number 1 is? You already said.
Grand Theft Auto. What else is it going to be?
That one I will agree to an extent. If you're a younger kid, because working at GameStop, I always find it funny the parents will come in and buy Grand Theft Auto and they come back and complain about what's in Grand Theft Auto. You and I can't play a game that's prostitutes.
I guess I should put list things here. They're not really doing it as a list, though. They just said that, so I'm not going
If
to.
you're a younger kid, because working at GameStop, I always find it funny the parents will come in and buy Grand Theft Auto and they come back and complain about what's in Grand Theft Auto. You and I can't play a game that's prostitutes and hookers and beer and smoking. No. I sold you the game. You let them play this title.
You literally had to say, yes, I'm okay with my son playing this game.
Do you know how many 10-year-olds I made my enemy because of Grand Theft Auto? Let me, like,
Wait, so we've all worked at GameStop, by the way. So this
Yes.
is okay, I just realized this list is going to be really
Yeah.
because it's all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
so I would tell her, hey, so just so you know, you can go into a strip club, you can kill prostitutes to get your money back after sleeping with them, you can do all of these things. You're like, you want to play this game? Oh, I don't do this, I just want to play with my friends. Ma'am, you can't avoid it. I'm sorry, the strip club, yes, but it's going in stress level, let me tell you. And those kids would start crying, and I'm just like, hey, dude, sorry.
My favorite were the parents that the kids would come in and try to get a loan, and you demand the parents come in, the parents come in mad that they had to come to the store to verify it, and then they come back mad that they sold it. Yeah.
So I can see why this one
Weren't you the one that enjoyed spoiling kids' days like that then?
Part of me did. Because it was also like, part of me was like, yes, you should not be playing this, but part of me was also like, suck it, kid. Like,
We should tell our worst story at GameStop. Oh my gosh.
that could be
That's
entire
okay,
video
that's
in
okay.
itself.
Next one on the list.
Hold on, I do want to say though, another reason why I definitely believe that one should be on there, the Twitch streams.
Yeah.
Because there are people that legitimately roleplay that stuff to the point where I could see them going into real life and
Probably. Gary just walked in front of the camera.
people that legitimately role
Yeah.
the Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
Because there are people that legitimately role play that stuff.
Benny's fucking dead stare. What's he looking at right here? Oh boy.
legitimately roleplay that stuff to the point where I could see them going into real life and not being able to tell the difference between life and what they have been roleplaying.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge factor in that.
Well, yeah, especially online stuff. Yeah. So the next one on the list, you're gonna Zelda. Can you guess it?
Legend of Zelda?
No.
Monster Hunter?
No.
Well, maybe you said that.
Diablo.
Oh, no, okay. Yes, alright, I got a story for this one. So I go to my friends.
Oh, boy.
I am just, like, this is the greatest game ever. I look at it, he's like, you can borrow it. I look at the cover. Thank you, but I can't take this home. My mom, growing up, was very, like, protective in the...
No, you just got scared.
I did not, I saw it.
Separately enter.
Houston's mother repels from the ceiling.
Guys, so real quick for those watching this at home, on the camera over there looking at Dan, Gary out of nowhere, like Metal Gear Solid in, it was like, slid right in. Alright,
So, I can see why this is on the list, because my mom would not have let me play that game. Not just
The
because
Halo.
the Halo mode and the cover is Diablo, who looks like the aspect of the devil. So, I, like, let's play it in your house.
If she's being on a Christian list, I could definitely see why Diablo would not
Because
be.
Diablo looks like the devil.
So my mom was against it, my dad played it, so the game's fine.
No Rob for the next R&B. No. I think it's these three schmucks again. Or it might be, hold on, I could just check. Let's find out, folks. I have the footage here. Apparently they talk about ridiculous what ifs. Okay, no, Rob is in it. It's Rob, Gary, and Benny. The three classics. They talk about ridiculous what ifs, which kind of pisses me off, because that's like my thing now. Anyway, I'm not mad. Well, no, yeah, they filmed next week's the same day that they filmed this past one, so it'll be the same cast. What are my favorite indie comics? Alex and Ada. That's about it. That's like the only indie comic I've read.
The pastor.
Your dad seems so cool.
You saw that guy, don't you? I don't think he gave up preaching
Fucking Premiere.
ago, and now he just looks like a biker. He does. He's got a full beard, shaved the top of his head, tattoos down his arm.
Oh my gosh, what a life.
He keeps saying because he's been trying to compete with university.
That's not good.
That's an almost done it.
That is a very expensive competition, guys.
All right, anyway, next on the list, Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Oh yes. No, I think one.
The New Order, no, The New Order gets some pretty gruesome kills.
It does. It does.
I usually
Okay.
play it, and every time I did it, I was like,
Know what? Yeah.
Oh my.
But you're killing Nazis.
so it's okay. So violence is okay. Directed at the right group is what you're saying.
I guess I am.
See, that right there is why I could see it being on that list, because it puts in the mind of people, if it's someone people consider evil, it's okay to kill them. Because what you just said is, if it's a Nazi, it's okay to kill them. And I hate to say it, there are some Nazis now around these days.
That's
It's why, like,
okay.
I'm not a fan of it. I'm not okay with it.
That's back
I'm
to
not,
Yeah, I don't want to go to that discussion, but you're right.
it's the...
I agree. I'm gonna kill
What a weird thing to have talked about on a video game show. Let's watch Gotham by Gaslight. Hell yeah. I haven't watched it yet. It's good. It's a good time. Alex and Ada. Yeah, it's stylized as like Alex plus Ada. It's really good. It's about future robots. It's great.
Nazis.
Okay.
What's that?
Fucking Premiere can suck me off.
And furries. Okay, what the fuck?
Well,
Took a dark turn.
I don't know how I feel right now.
So next
Do you
time...
furry on the weekends? Next on the list is South Park: Stick and Truth.
Okay, South Park. South Park's terrible for everything, not just Christian religion. It makes fun of everything.
It does. I will agree. If you're trying to shelter your child, maybe South Park's the best thing.
South Park is definitely something you should fight.
You literally gave a guy abortion.
Yeah.
And you're
That's the thing.
You're fighting on the bed while your parents are doing it.
The balls are over your head. I laughed so hard. You have to dodge the balls.
Okay, yeah, that one should be on this list.
Okay, next up. This is the one where I said I don't agree with this. Okay. Assassin's Creed. They specifically named Black Flag, but the reasons they named Assassin's Creed are the violence, graphic content, sexual nudity. So that pretty much everything.
Ain't no pirates in Christianity.
Okay.
I don't agree with that.
Not allowed.
Fighting the Templars.
It's fighting the Templars, and you do... Spoilers, you kill the Pope in two.
Right, but they don't mention any of it.
That's true, but they take four.
The reason that they're naming this is that it's got violence, graphic content, sexual profanity. If those are your reasons for putting Assassin's Creed in this list, you just put like 90% of the
Yes.
time. Or that's you reading the back of the
Yeah.
ESRB and going, oh, that's in this game, and doing zero research on it.
You're
I'm wondering if, since this is just the games, that they went with just the most recent one that had
But
come
even
out.
that, even that, I
Yes,
get
no, the
much
other
worse
ones.
games than Assassin's Creed.
I get you, and if they put the Pope...
John Romita. John Romita. Ada. ADA. Not Ava. What do you think of King's Batman 2-part story with Wonder Woman? I fucking loved it. I am glad, I'm glad I'm glad he didn't make Batman and Wonder Woman sleep together, but I think I would have been fine with it if they did, purely because A, Catwoman probably would have done the same thing, and B, they were there for like fucking 40 years or something, so I would have understood it either way, but it strengthens the relationship, I think, between Batman and Catwoman. Also, though, I'm fucking pumped for the Poison Ivy arc that is happening. I'm so excited for that one. That first issue of that, I think it was 41, was fucking great. I don't know how, I don't know. I'm just such a fan of Tom King's Batman. I know that he's a polarizing boy, but I like it a lot, and I think I'm glad that we're finally getting it, because I know Super Friends was like a 4-part arc, but it didn't really feel like it kind of just felt like 4 or 2 interlude stories, and now it feels like we're getting back to a big Batman story again, and Poison Ivy, who I love, so I'm excited. Anyway, I'm gonna go pee because I've had to pee for a while, and I don't want to get like I don't want to die, so I'll be right back. You're a bitch, Anthony. Alright, I'm back. Also, Punda, you would not be able to see me piss if you're still under the... Oh, no, you said you have cameras. Okay, sorry. You accounted for that loophole. They retcon the New 52 Superman as if it never happened. That's not true. They merged the two characters. It happened. All that happened. When, over time, it's gonna feel like it never happened, because there's really no need to mention it, but... They could touch on it again if they want to. Anyway.
The list, you assassinate the Pope. Okay, but they didn't. And if they put the Pope on the you assassinate the Pope. Okay, but they didn't mention that.
Yeah, they didn't mention it. I would agree. That was
Yeah.
that was there.
An aspect I could see, maybe the fact that you can literally just be like, you know what, I'm going to save my game, and I'm going to kill everyone in this town.
So
I
you
don't
know,
know,
like,
yes, like, you
before
can't
that.
kill everyone in that
That's
town, because by the time you get to the second person, it desyncs you, so you're like, you would not have done that as this person in history. It doesn't let you kill everybody in town. If you assassinate enough, like, pedestrians, it's like, no, you can't do that.
Okay, because I actually had not played Black Flag. I remember
All-
like,
all of them are like
I remember killing a lot of people.
If you kill too many, the game says that it's not happening. It desyncs you.
They might have killed all guards.
That's dumb. Fucking hate Assassin's Creed. Someone asked for an explanation. The two versions merged. Yeah, they did. They merged. Oh, you never read it? Okay. So basically, there was this whole thing where Mr. McSpillick was like, "Oh, I'm Clark Kent," but it wasn't actually Clark Kent. It was Mr. McSpillick. And through a series of events, the Superman from pre-Flashpoint was like, "Hey, I'm here." Also, there's like this new 52 guy who fuck him, and then they merged. I didn't read it either. I just kind of heard it through the grapevine. Have I watched Ethan Van Sciver's channel? No. I clicked on it once, and I'm aware that he has a channel, but I haven't watched any of his content. You're on a 15-minute stream delay? Jesus. Where are you, Spencer? Guess I'll find out in 15 minutes.
It's like, no, all three wouldn't have done that.
Right, or Ezio wouldn't have done that, or,
If that's the case, I could actually see that being a reason why it shouldn't be on that list. They're partly, I mean, yes,
You're still being assassin.
Okay, don't be too bad. Like, don't be
See,
super
for
evil.
me, this tells me that this list is the obvious ones, and then ones that they went to GameStop and looked at the back of the box for real quick.
Like, oh, you need to stretch this
Because
system a
Mortal
little
Kombat
more.
text in that.
Well, I know, God, yeah, I
Is that
think.
higher on the list? Oh, this isn't like one of those.
It doesn't look like it's an actual, but Mortal Kombat, again, even if you don't play the game or know what happens in it, it is such a hot button topic.
What was, I think 9 was out when this list was made.
Well, they're listing the latest. Remember 9 is just Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yes. And, yeah, no, I agree 100% with that. Being on this
Well,
list,
the next one is Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs? What? Ethan Van Sciver is the friendliest comic book pro I've come across on the internet. That's good. I mean, he's a writer, right? He writes Superman, right? Well, did. Bendis is gonna get out of here, Ethan. It's Bendis' turn. Gah.
Which is the same deal, like, it's because you're a hacker, so you're like, once again, we're doing a broad spectrum idea here.
In a way, though, Watch Dogs was basically just GTA with hacking.
Yeah.
Like, so I
Like,
can.
there was no strip club stuff, I remember, it was, I considered it a clean GTA, basically.
the only thing you could do was you could hack into a certain webcam in the game, and you saw things.
Yeah, but that was it. It was
There's
like,
one webcam, one.
You know,
That's it.
But that never got made into the headlines. Like, that wasn't even, like, you're here with them, so I just said it.
To be fair, the only thing, once again, I actually didn't play Watch Dogs. Most of the
That's right, Peter J. Tomasi. What does Ethan Van fucking Sciver do? Is he an artist? Was I wrong? I get those two confused. Okay, he's an artist. Alright, he draws Superman, right? He drew Flash Rebirth, like the original one. Oh, that's right, that's him. Okay. Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. What's he doing right now? Hey, Ethan, are you here? Great. First thing that comes up is a fucking article from Bleeding Cool that says, no, comic creator Ethan Van Sciver is not a Nazi. Fantastic. Thanks, Ethan Van Sciver, for not being a Nazi. I have heard that he kind of pals around with the Diversity in Comics crew, which is a bit sketch, but I don't know him. I don't care. He draws the good. He draws the good. He's on Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps. Okay, cool. Well, Bendis is gonna find a way to put Kitty Pryde or Riri in Superman.
The only thing, once again, I just didn't play Watch Dogs. Most of the stuff I know is from the number of people who told me about stuff that had actually played at GameStop. But the one thing I remember seeing a lot of was that, like, You know how apparently it like gives statistics on people and shows you what they are. That there was apparently a guy who had AIDS and his occupation was blood donor.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was like a legitimate thing in the game. It wasn't like it was like it actually was there. And I'm wondering if that's part of why. Like it's some of the smaller things. They're like, oh, this person. does this
Oh,
kind of stuff,
Premiere,
that you're like,
you suck.
I just realized I've been saying that. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to.
that's fine. This is, yeah, that's crap. Ah. But I'm gonna keep going a little later. I got a feeling Dylan's got to cut out at least one of my anecdotes before the video. Otherwise, a 45-minute video. The game's got hates.
I like how you combine anecdotes with antidote.
Leave me alone.
What's next on the list?
See, in this right here, Dead Space 2 and 3. Now, yes, they are graphic. Yes, they are violent. But that's not why she listed as a stream violence blood gore.
Why would I cut something? I don't understand that. Why did he say that? Why would I cut something? People love the longer videos. That's fine.
The ad campaign stated it's resulting in violence. Everything you love in your game and your mom's going to hate. The ad
I don't
campaign is the reason she says not to.
I don't think ad campaign counts because that's a completely different department than the people that
Right.
make the game.
And she worded it really short. She goes, many moms may be thankful for the heads up of this information. In case you forgot, moms are often the ones who choose which games to buy and not to buy. That's her argument.
And hold on, the funniest part about that is they buy them, then come back and complain that they
Yes.
Okay, so she's 100 because I guarantee you she did zero research on the Dead Space games.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not killing humans or anything.
No.
So,
Funny, it's more,
yes.
I would say it's a little satanic at times.
It is on, like,
There's a number of things that she could have mentioned on there that would make me go,
yes,
yes.
there are reasons it should be on this list, but the ad is not that
No,
reason.
not at all. Maybe summoning demons from hell.
That ad campaign was wild.
Those things, and so, yeah.
Well, you don't.
You don't,
You
but,
know the ad
you don't, but
doing
things happen in the game like that. So, yes, it should be on the list. She should have done her research more.
Yeah. It sounds like she kind of did her research and she was like, she got that and she's like, I don't want to research this more.
Yeah. Next on the list is Mafia 2, which is on the list because it's a real view of the mob world, including gangsters' devaluation of human life, drugs, and alcohol, and mistreatment of women. Foul language of raw
Oh, okay, Premiere. You're cool. Diversity in comics and his crew are nice people, but that's an argument for another day. No, it's not. Fuck you. I'm kidding. Clearly. I'm not kidding about them, about me not liking them, because they harass people on Twitter and just spout nonsense about they spout half-truths about things. But you're fine. I don't care what you think. As long as you're not being mean to me. Anyway.
Like, see, it's weird because that sounds like she at least did research into what happens in the game.
Yeah.
But the other ones, like, it's almost like she did like 5,
Yeah.
and then had to find more to throw in.
Part of me also feels like some of these, like, she might have let her kids play and knew about some of them that way and she's like, oh, I need to make this list bigger.
Well, yeah,
Let me
I
research
did
these
like
other
4
things.
games, and I accidentally let my kids play. I have to throw a few more into this list.
That one though, I can kind of see, I could agree for the fact of
Don't let them watch Godfather into it.
it's one of those ones where it's like this stuff does happen.
It does happen, but to get into a mafia isn't as simple as just, hey, I want to kill hookers and do drugs. Let's do this.
But it's
That's how you get it.
No, no.
but it's one of those ones where it's like in GTA, for example, half the time you go around and do that stuff, it's because you're just like,
I mean, you don't have to argue if you don't want to. Don't, like, take the moral high ground as if, oh, I'm not going to argue because I'm clearly right. There is so much evidence of those people harassing creators and other people in the comic book community. That's just a fact. Yeah.
I can do this. But in that one, it's like,
If you see that that's okay or justified, then I can't argue with you there. I think that that's wrong and they shouldn't do that. I also think it's very... It's a bad idea to spread false information about a dying industry. Saying things like diversity is ruining comics when that is a very single-minded view of why companies like Marvel aren't selling very well. It's like if someone has cancer. That's okay. Hold on. That's a bad example. It's like if you have a very frail body and you stub your toe one day, but you've had a very, like, all your bones have been broken and you stub your toe one day and then you die and the doctor's like, oh, well, he died because he stubbed his toe. No, he's been dying forever. He just happened to stub his toe, which was the push that he needed to die. Yeah, that's a good Punda. I know that's a joke, but that's a very good, like, that's something that they say a lot. They're like, I'm not saying that I don't like this or would want this. It's just I don't get it out. It's my comics. I'm like, all right, no, shut up. Yeah, Adrian, exactly. Just because someone's a horrible writer doesn't mean you need to send them death threats and I can talk about whatever I want here. Arc of Vader, you're the one who brought it up. You're the one who set me off. Yeah, they're extremists. That's all they are. And they don't seem like extremists because they have a following. And their following is just more extremists. And I'm sure if they heard me talking about this, they would flame me and block me and harass me. And even at the end of the day, like, bottom line, Captain Cummings and Diversity in Comics, their content's just bad. It's just an image with shitty audio quality, and they're talking about nothing for like 20 minutes. Content aside, like, what they're actually talking about, the way it's presented and the way it sounds and the way it looks is just bad, like, objectively. I don't know. Put some effort in.
Actually a part of the kind of stuff that happens, and maybe from a certain standpoint, I can see them going, okay, I don't want to expose my child to the fact that this kind of thing does happen. Right. This is something that, this isn't Assassin's Creed where someone goes into the Animus and gets taken back in time and kills people. This is something that is an actual problem. And so part of me can see it, the other part's like a lot of these ones, there are worse games. There are worse games,
There's worse things you can watch that show that better than the game.
Yes. I mean, there's nothing true, but it's okay, so come back. No,
So I'll go with you on this one, Dan. But like he said, Sword was good. They don't let them watch The Godfather.
but it's one of those ones where it's like, even if there are worse things that could have been put on this list, that by comparison, you can't say this one's better because this one is worse.
Yeah.
It's just a flat, this is what I'm okay with. This is the spectrum. You can't really go, well, this is worse, therefore doing it in this game is okay. Right. And so that's the reason why I think Mafia 2 could, in a way, be put in that list. And I could see why some people would be opposed to letting their child experience the fact that that is something that happens.
Yeah.
Next on the list, so we wrap this up, is Naughty Bear.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Don't let your kids play on there. Or Conquer Stanford. I don't know if that's on the list. But it's on there. She didn't look that far.
And yeah, no,
You're the sociopathic teddy bear that goes around murdering people.
yes, no, definitely don't.
I can say on the list. I agree with her on this one. You don't even need to read her things. You know what I'm surprised isn't on that list? Pokemon. Evolution.
Oh,
Dog
Evolution.
fights.
That's a classic.
At first, I was like, how is this something you don't want your kid to play? And then I realized that what kind of love is
Yes.
this?
This isn't just any, don't like it, this is a Christian movie.
Evolution. Dog fights.
Okay, well, because we're way over any kind of any semblance of a timestamp.
I don't understand why you watch this channel, Arkham Vader. I feel like we've had this conversation, or this argument, I guess. It's not really an argument, because you're not defending anyone. You're just saying that you don't want to talk about it. I don't understand how you watch this channel, which is like the antithesis to what Diversity in Comics that group preaches. I have so many videos about how diversity and feminism and, you know, that shit is a good time, and I enjoy it. I'm not telling you to leave, because you seem like an alright dude, but I'm confused as to how someone of your interests would like what I do. Yeah, fuck yeah, number one nerd X. Exactly. Can't keep making comics for one person. Also something I wanted to say earlier. You know how I protested the America book? I stopped reading it. I stopped buying it because it was fucking bad. I read the first issue and was like, this is really bad writing. I'm gonna stop. I didn't send a death threat or get all angry. I wouldn't even say that Marvel's bad at diversity. Marvel just lately has been bad at comics. Like, and I think a large part of it is Bendis. Bendis just really doesn't, he's losing his touch, and he's been the headliner at Marvel for a while now. For a few years now, he's been the dude who headlined the Marvel banner. So, yeah, diversity's clearly not the problem. DC does diversity as well. Obviously not as ham-fisted and as much as Marvel, but... And I think there is a place for diversity for the sake of diversity, but you have to meet that with a good story. Like, hi Celeste. Like, if you introduce a character, like, Miles Morales is a good example of... is kind of a good example of diversity for the sake of diversity that was met well with a good story. I say kind of because he's not really diversity for the sake of diversity. Because he had a story reason for existing. He just also happens to be a minority. But Jane Foster is a good example. There was no real story reason for, like, Thor lost the hammer. Anyone could have picked it up. Jason Aaron chose Jane Foster. And he made a fantastic story about it. Go read Thor. But there's the Chris Yost is a writer. Celeste. I've talked to you about him before. I don't think it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dylan.
We'll work out any semblance of a timestamp at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dylan.
Why am I being apologized to here?
Okay, well, because we're way over any semblance of a timestamp at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dylan.
We'll work it out with Dylan, but it's easy enough to cut out some, so maybe all of my stories. And we're just gonna have to go into. We'll put the other stories on the vlog channel of Benny's childhood in church. Because I got a lot more stories of them trying to. Church is weird for me.
That will be the title of the video. Church is weird for me.
I'm not gonna do that.
So if this segment, if my stories didn't get put in the actual podcast, guys, I apologize. Check out my vlog channel because that's where they will go. Dylan's going to pace this for time, and we'll figure out what's going to fit. But if you enjoyed Dan Hughes' opinions on this actual list, let us know in the comments down below. They're also join us in the Twitch channel quite a bit, but in general, you can find Dan at Dan T Editor on Twitter.
Oops. No relate. Yes. Riri Williams. Okay, let's talk about Riri Williams then. Riri Williams is a good example of diversity for the sake of diversity being met with a bad story. I think Riri is fine. She's a very lukewarm character who people haven't given enough of a chance to develop into something yet. And the reason for that is because she was introduced in a very heavy-handed and weird way, where Miles was introduced after Peter Parker had died, and he filled a role that needed to be filled. Riri was introduced while Tony Stark was still around and doing things, and only after Tony Stark, quote-unquote, died, when he went into a science coma, then Riri started doing things. But she was already kind of doing things. It was weird and bad. It was a bad introduction that turned into a kind of okay character. I'm fine with her. I don't want to tear my hair out when I read Riri stories like some people do. Like her taking over Latveria, that was cool. That was fun. It seemed like a very teenager thing to do. Her Tony Stark AI kind of bugs me. But that's not really her fault. There are things involved with her stories that I don't really like, and I'm clamoring to get back to Tony Stark, but she's not the worst thing in the world. Is what I'm trying to say. I think not giving her a chance is close-minded. Purely because of the fact that she's a brand new character that hasn't been around for nearly long enough. Anthony, what is your personal beef with Riri? Yeah, I will agree that the worst thing in the world is Squirrel Girl, though. Big agree. I think Premiere has quit. I think Premiere is a fan of Riri.
Let us know in the comments.
Oh, no. Premiere, please.
Down below.
Squirrel Girl is dumb. I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about it again. I don't like Squirrel Girl because she's a joke character who's presented as canon, and I don't like that. It pisses me off. And I know, don't give Sophie. It's like, she just fucking sucks booty. They needed a new young hip Iron person, and they shat one out. But again, I feel like that's close. Have you read her actual books? I'm not saying they're great, but they're not terrible. I feel like the vibe I'm kind of getting from you is that you saw something and you were like, hey, I don't like that, and then stuck to that opinion, regardless of anything. You know what I mean? I think she's fine. I don't think she's not the worst written thing that Marvel has ever made. I'm not a big fan, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah, see, I don't... Yeah, you should give her a chance. I don't think she's not like... When I read Squirrel Girl, I'm like, hey, this is bad, I don't like it. When I read Riri, I'm like, alright, this is fine, whatever. At least I'm getting something Iron Man. Number one, you just described almost every superhero. What are you talking about? Arkham Vader, no one is... Why do you keep trying to offer alternate endings to our conversation here? No one is... What are you... Really starting to be confused by your presence, Arkham Vader.
They also join us on the Twitch channel quite a bit, but in general, you can find Dan at DanTEditor on Twitter. Houston is at Houston_H on Twitter. And just let us know if you'd like to hear. We're going to do one more episode of them, kind of test the waters out. We're going to tell our... Do you guys want to do the list, or do you want to tell our worst stories of GameStop?
I would need more time for that one.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell our worst...
I already did that, but I edited it first, so...
stories of GameStop?
Premiere can lick my ass.
I would need more time for that one.
Fucking Premiere, God! Clean my cache, I guess. Why is it so bad? I have not had a chance to read X-Men Red yet. It's on my iPad. I have, I was 3 weeks behind. Or I was a month behind yesterday. But now I'm like a week and a half behind, I think. I have 12 books left to read, and then I'll be fully caught up. But X-Men Red is one of them. I have like 4 Supergirl issues to catch up on, and then like 7 just singles from the past 3 weeks. I'm not saying I hate all of Squirrel Girl's stories. I hate the concept and of Squirrel Girl and the things that... Maybe not the concept. I just hate the things that fans of Squirrel Girl will tell me, which make me hate Squirrel Girl. I don't really hate Squirrel Girl as a character or a concept. I just don't... I don't like when someone brings me a list of like the top 10 most powerful Marvel characters and Squirrel Girl is at the top because she defeated Thanos as a joke once. That's what pisses me off.
I would need more time for that one.
I actually don't even know that much about Squirrel Girl, aside from the one book I did read of hers, which was, I think, The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, was awful, and I hated it. But that's, like, the only Squirrel Girl book I've ever read. She's been fine in issues of U.S. Avengers I've read, I think, or other team books.
I would need more time for that one.
Yeah, I need to think of some of the best ones.
I really want to kill Premiere right now. Like, what the fuck?
That one.
It's
yeah, I need to think of
slowing to a crawl.
some of the best ones because I know
You
off the
got 10
top
minutes.
of my
All right,
head.
we're doing the GameStop stories.
I knew he was
Or
gonna do that. Or not. We'll see.
yeah, or not. We'll see. Either way, subscribe to the channel to get that whenever we get that video. Eventually we'll do it if we don't do it today. But they're gonna be one more episode, and then we'll take back to Dan and Diana to Robin Natalie. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget we do film these live on Thursday mornings. That's why we're in a different room. We have heard your thoughts that you do like the other set, so we're trying to figure out how to move this to the other set. Yeah, we're trying to figure that out. We will get working. Go on. Okay. Anyway, have a good one. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
Dan and his finger guns. I have not put his finger guns in
Anyway, have a good one.
a single time. I will continue to not put his finger guns in. Just because I didn't catch it the first time. Are they continuing ASM or just leaving it as PPTSSM? I don't know. Who's writing Spider-Man now? I don't remember. Dan Slott's leaving. Dan Slott's writing Iron Man, right? Who the fuck's writing Spider-Man? Oh, God. What do I think of Dark Knight's Metal? I dropped it after, like, the second or third issue because I was confused and don't like the Hawks. I read all the, like, one-shots featuring the Dark Knights, though. Those were fucking rad. Not announced yet. Okay. I want Nick Spencer to write Spider-Man, like, the main Spider-Man title. Just because that just makes sense to me. I don't know why. I feel like Nick Spencer could do a good Spider-Man book. Chip Zdarsky should continue writing Spider-Man, and Nick Spencer is rumored? Okay, cool. But I feel like and I'm saying that alongside Chip Zdarsky, because I'm loving what he's doing in Spectacular Spider-Man. But if I had to pick one, it would probably be Chip Zdarsky. But if we're continuing with the same release type thing as we are now with Spectacular and Amazing, I would put Nick Spencer on Amazing and keep Chip Zdarsky on Spectacular. And then the Miles book. Who the fuck's writing the Miles book now? Is that getting canned? I guess we don't know. Ta-Nehisi Coates writing Captain America. That'd be cool. Why don't you like that? Why don't you like that? I think that'd be neat. Am I a good editor? I don't know. Probably not. Bendis is Ghost will write it. He's dead. Marvel fucking killed him. How do I feel about Red Goblin? Is that the Carnage Green Goblin hybrid? We haven't seen him yet, right? I think I'm caught up with Amazing. Isn't that gonna be... Huh. What do I think of Ta-Nehisi Coates on Black Panther? I haven't really read his Black Panther. I read the first issue and reviewed it on reviews. But, I was just confused because I didn't know any of the characters, but I've been editing the complete stories, the Black Panther complete stories, and it sounds fun. It seems interesting. They've released art. Okay. Yeah, Timothy, send me a DM on Twitter. That's down here. Yeah, my DMs are open. Send me a DM on Twitter and we can talk. I didn't know you were actually asking for a job. Yes, I am a good editor in that case.
We're in a different room. We have heard your thoughts. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed.
I need to put a thing up because the GameStop one already got released.
We make that video, because eventually we'll do it.
No, okay, so the deal with Deadpool killing everyone ever, those take place in alternate universes, and that's understood. That's fine. The Squirrel Girl shit does not take place in alternate universes. Is what people tell me, and I know it happens, because there's one fucking time she beat Thanos. Uh-oh! Now she's the best character on planet Earth. Fuck off. That's accurate, Flashpool. This. Of course I'm gonna get the PS4 Spider-Man game. I'm so fucking excited for that. I've been wanting a AAA Marvel game that's like not a fighting game or Marvel Ultimate Alliance for a very long time. I think I talked about that when that trailer got released for the first time. Thoughts on Donny Cates doing Venom with Stegman on art? That's fine. I don't get it. I don't understand Marvel's fucking hard on for Venom lately. What the hell? What is happening? What are you doing, Marvel? Venom's fine. Calm your shit. Because the only logical thing is the movie. But why would they put so much stock in that fucking movie? Does CB Cebulski just have a giant Venom dick? What the hell? It can't be the movie. There's no way it's the movie. Because they've been bumping Venom up for like 3 years now. There's no way it's the movie. That movie's gonna flop hard. CB is a better editor-in-chief than Axel Alonso? How do you know that? He's been editor-in-chief for like 4 months and hasn't done anything yet. And also he 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 masqueraded as a Japanese man for years. I've been alright, Ben. Thanks for asking. How about you?
What? If we don't
Yeah.
do it today.
No, definitely.
But, we make that video, because eventually we'll do it. If we don't do
Because Venom is a great character and you are wrong. That's out of the question. I'm not saying that Venom's a bad character. Spider-Woman is a great character, but she has one book that got canceled. So Ben was not a mod, no. I don't know. Spolsky did something already. It's called the sixth relaunch of Marvel. It's actually the 7th. In the past, like, 4 years. Spider-Woman isn't a great character. You're in the wrong part of town, Punda. Nobody likes her but you. That's fine. That's fair. At least we won't have yearly events. That's okay, whatever. They've been saying that we're not going to have yearly events for like 3 years. I'm pretty sure after Secret Wars they were like, no more yearly events. This is the last one for a while, and then Monsters Unleashed happened. And then fucking what? Civil War 2? Yeah, and then Civil War 2 happened. They were like, nope, no more events. And then Monsters Unleashed happened. They were like, nope, no more events. And then Secret Empire happened. And then they're like, nope, no more events. And now we're here.
Because eventually we'll do it. If we don't do it today.
That's fine. I want that. I made a whole video about that. That's how Orms Forum started, being burnt out by events. And that's great. But he's promised things. See, and I'm not saying he's going to be a bad editor-in-chief. He's promised things and hasn't delivered yet. And he hasn't been given time to deliver yet. So maybe he'll do something. I don't know. I need to look for a thing. I saw it, Timothy. I'll get to you in a sec.
No choice but to ignore me. Like, she made it out.
I'll probably read it and respond after stream.
Out that I had gotten into a fight with one of the other students, and that I was walking around faking a limp and things like that.
I read any of Cebulski's books? I don't think so. I may have accidentally read one of his books when he was masquerading as a Japanese man.
Part of the reason I've always been against that's because if you confront me, oh, we're going to town. Even at 9, I did that. And I remember my dad sitting down being like, so you're saying this, and she's saying this, and
Trying to find a cold open. Because I was distracted and couldn't find one.
Anyway.
So how about that?
You know what? I'm just going to go to the 3 minutes before things happened. Oh, no. Damn it. Whatever. Just do some funny shit, Benny, that I could put in at the start. Do it. Do it, do it, do it.
Not to his chin, but he would do face
I
cam.
use Adobe
So he would
Premiere.
always be behind
This
the mic
one.
like this.
Adobe Premiere.
It's like you with the camera needing it to go direct. Really, the only time it should peak is when he's being extra loud because we can't control it.
Oh, I think. Oh. Oh, I thought you just went out there first.
I'm just going to use like a a clip of nothing there with a funny sound over it. Jessica Judy was trash. If you're serious, I'll ban you. Hopeless's Spider-Woman is fun and had great art mostly. Yeah. Yeah. Dennis Hopeless is probably one of my favorite fucking writers. I love that man. Anything he touches is just I am on board with. Just to such a surprising amount. Like, his Spider-Woman was great. His Jean Grey was fucking great. I was joking. God. Oh, I don't like you, Arkham Vader. You're so strange. I was making a joke. Take a joke. I need the sound of, like, just wind. sound effects. His all-new X-Men is crap. I haven't read it. It's X-Men Blue, right? I have it all downloaded because I wanted more young Jean Grey. What if Hopeless does a series with Remeter? I will be very conflicted. Maybe I am starting to think that John Romita Jr. just also like rubs off on creators and makes them bad, because Scott Snyder teamed up with John Romita Jr. to do All-Star Batman, and that was horseshit. So, but I loved Scott Snyder's New 52 Batman. I know you've been in my streams before. You give me this weird vibe every time. I'm aware of you, because you're the only guy who, like, whenever a slight mention of diversity in comics comes up, you're like, oh, they're good people. I love them. I am them. And you're the only dude who does that. So I'm aware of you. I know you. I know who you are. What vibe do I get from you, Punda? I get the vibe that you're a 13-year-old who's just trying to have some fun, and that's all right. Here we go, wind. I know people who genuinely think John Romita Jr. is a great artist. I'm very aware that people think John Romita Jr. is a great artist. Case in point. Oh, I gotta go to the actual playlist. I stream when I damn well feel like it. Fuck you. Where is it? Where's the John Romita Jr. episode? Oh, there it is. Case in point. This fucking like to dislike ratio. You're 8? Impressive. Oh god. There we go. That's the wind I want. Just like some howling wind. Some wind howling. Am I gonna jam to the Winter Soldier score again? Not right now. Maybe later. There's a hand. Why don't I just do a frame hold? Idiot editor. Great storyteller, but his style, aesthetically speaking, has gone down a lot. That's what everybody tells me. They're like, it doesn't... John Romita Jr. is a great storyteller. I'm like, what? What? I understand where you're coming from, but also that sounds like a cop-out when you're talking about art. When I see John Romita Jr.'s stuff, I'm not like, ooh, that's a good layout. I'm like, ooh, that looks bad face. Drake is not here. Drake would make himself known if he was here. That's where it should cut. I feel it in my bones. Oh, I need a visual effect. Oh, I need a visual effect. Oh, I need that visual effect. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. This needs to be that color. And then opacity dropped to what, 10? Sure. You like Hopeless's Doctor Strange? I think I read all of it. I don't remember. It was fine. I liked Spider-Woman in it. When I saw Spider-Woman in it, I was like, who the fuck? Who's writing this? And then it was like, oh, it's Hopeless. That makes sense. I thought it was all right. It was a bit weird because it just kind of felt like he wasn't writing Doctor Strange. He was writing a Secret Empire tie-in. Because Jason Aaron and Donny Cates didn't want to. Which, that's fine. Whatever. I got to see Spider-Woman for a bit. You put a tumbleweed across the screen. Yeah, sure. I bet some nice boy on YouTube has made a tumbleweed animation. Oh, maybe not. Why are there boobs here? What is this? Tumbleweed. Well, I guess I have to make one myself. Tumbleweed. That's a nice tumbleweed. Ew, never mind. No, that's a tumbleweed. It's tumbleweeds from Fallout, apparently. On brand. Where do I put this? Just put it in here. It's fine. I have a Razer keyboard. It sounds like it. I do. That's not what Razer keyboards sound like. That's what mechanical keyboards sound like. FYI. Razer does not have a monopoly on mechanical keyboards. On second thought, this tumbleweed looks like horse shit, but I'm gonna make it look better. Maybe I won't, actually. This looks bad. Oh, that looks better. Just had to change the color of it. Ah, fuck. Levels, that's what I'm getting rid of. I was the type of guy to fart in a toilet and flush. I do fart in toilets, but I don't flush. We're starting with the base. Where did it go? This looks bad. Oh, for the longest time. This looks like bad animation is what this looks like. If you eat me tonight. Woo! It needs more forward momentum. That's what it needs. Let's just see what that looks like. What the fuck? Why did it do that? What? Okay, that looks better. You eat me tonight. That looks fine. I'm not excited for Action Comics. Because I don't read Superman. What? I didn't do that. Fuck you. I don't read Superman. Kind of want to make this go on top of the couch. Oh, God. What the fuck? Oh, it's because I... Ooh, oh, my eye. Oh. Oh. What the fuck? Yeah, whatever. You know, whatever. Just... I don't understand. My eyes. They cry. Real Gene over young Gene. They're two different characters. How could you say that about my son? I think there's just something that's not clicking right now. That's fine. Whatever. You can find a gif of a tumbleweed and take out the background. I don't know how editing works. Well, that's what I tried before I found this image of a tumbleweed. This looks fine. I mean, I'm comfortable with this. This looks fine. I kind of wanted it to be on the couch. But didn't want to reanimate it, so... This is fine. Whatever. Hi, let's film guy. It does bounce! Fuck you! Look at it bounces. It's a very subtle bounce. I think it's spinning too fast. That's better. I think this kind of... This should go up, not down. And then that needs to be... Oh no. Ooh. Oops. There we go. Why is the wind blowing one way and the tumbleweed the other? Fair enough. Wind kind of wasn't really blowing in any direction. It's just blowing. It's not even wind. Just atmosphere. This should also be on top of the tumbleweed. There you go. Thoughts on Daniel Acuña's art? Isn't that the guy who makes very... I think I know him. Yeah. I like his art. I think it's fine. When's the next online podcast? Probably Wednesday. Wednesday is probably going to be the normal release. The reason the other one went up on Friday was because I released my Kite Man video on Tuesday. And I didn't want two things so close together. So, Scott and I are recording more tomorrow. And then that's it. Yeah, you're right. It does need a noise, a Foley noise when it hits the ground. You know what? Fuck you. No, I'm done. It's not even really hitting anything. Bop. Oh, Photoshop. You suck. Put a dick in the background and see if Benny notices. Yeah, A, Benny would not notice. B, this is how I know you're all children. Just a bunch of teens watching me. This is a teen-only zone. Teen. Fine, do some adult shit. When did I stop trying? Yesterday. Put taxes in the background. Now you're talking. What should this video say in the thumbnail? I don't know. I don't know. Under pressure. Looking down on me. Looking down on you. No man is for. Make it say taxes. Why would I do that? You're so funny. You're so funny. They talked about games that Christians don't like. Make it plug your channel. Can't do that. I'll get fired. They definitely talked. No. Pushing down on you. Make it say, Natalie, please read comics. Why do you want her to read comics so bad? Leave her alone. Thoughts on Juan Ferreira's art? Never heard of him. What has he done? I want to just put like religion sucks or church is bad, but I don't know if that's too much. It's probably too much. I'm not gonna ask you people because you're just bad. These are too long, but it has to be like 4 words maximum. I did not read Green Arrow Rebirth. Thoughts on marijuana cigarettes? Never heard of them. Don't even know what a marijuana is. Not Pope approved. Godverse games. These are all very vague and not really related to the Bye, Spencer. Religion is a no-no. Fuck the man. No. Eat my shorts. Penny hates Christians. What time is it? 10:30. I should probably order food. Who needs it? Pushing down on me. Pushing down on you. No man is for. Religion time. This works. Religion stories. And then I'll have a nice picture of a nice Assassin Creed. Ha 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 ha. It's funny because he's got a hood and he kind of looks like a priest. This one. Give me that one. Hey. Computer. Work. Work. Computer. Work, you bitch. Computer. You're a bitch. I hate you, computer. Convert that bad baby boy to a bad baby smart object. Use the Pope from Family Guy. I would never use anything from Family Guy. What am I? Stupid? Yeah, that's right. I just called out all Family Guy fans. If that's not edgy, I don't know what is. I want to die. I want a family die. Am I right, folks? Dum 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 da dum dum. Objects are not smart. That's rude. That's fucking rude. That's really rude, actually. That's actually quite rude is the thing about that one. What the fuck? Whatever. Oh my god. Lick my shorts. Lick my jorts. Why would that be what I want? Why would that be what I want, Photoshop? Riddle me that. Let's see those pearly whites. Am I an SJW? I'm something. Can I make you a banner and a logo? Timothy. Ask me in the DMs. And then we'll talk. I'm working right now. Oh god, that was so loud. Somebody just subbed. Thanks for sub. Best movie of 1978. What? What a specific year. I'm gonna order sustenance on my computer now. Food. I want food. How's everybody doing? We're done with work. I finished work. I did it. I'm a real champion. This took like 45 minutes longer than it should have. I want that sandwich, but they're probably closed. Oh, they're not closed. Now, the real question is, do I get that or something else? Oh, God. People are subscribing now, because they know that things happen when they do it. Does Benny pay me well? He sure does. I can live in this apartment and support myself and my cat. That's all I care about. Do I want this chicken sandwich? YN. I had it the other day. I'll get two things again. Look at all these subscriptions. I'm gonna assume it's mostly people who are unsubscribing and resubscribing, but thanks anyway. I saw your DM, Punda. I haven't read it, but I saw your haha funny. I'll check it later. What do I want to food? Yeah, I've been craving that. I'm just gonna get that. Unless. Ooh, please. Oh, please. Oh, damn it. Oh. However. No. This is a process, folks. This is a process. Dun 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 dun. Oh, oops. Haha, oops. Haha, oops. Haha, oops. Haha. New cart, please. I don't want wings this time. Fuck the wings. Fuck the police. God, I'm so edgy. I'm not getting pizza. I'm getting sliders. The more of your content I watch, the more I think we have in common moral alignment-wise. That's fun. Get paid, get laid, It's not get Gatorade. God, what the fuck? You fucked it up. It's just get paid, get laid Gatorade. God. You fool. You absolute buffoon. I probably don't need more than that, but I'm gonna get more anyway. Maybe I don't want this. I kind of want chicken fingies. Or do I? Do I? Yeah, let's peep something else. Let's see. I'll stop bullying you when you stop giving me reasons to bully you. Well, that's not an option. Darn. Oh, well darn. It's really the only other thing is wings. Maybe I will get the wings. Yeah, whatever, I'll get the wings. Oh boy. Just don't want the fries. It's really the thing that... It's really just don't want the fries. Alright. Food ordered. How's my cat? She's great. She's taking a nap because she's a cat in her sleeper. Because she's a cat. Whew. Now you're listening to Under Pressure. Good. This might be more of a Scott question, but do you or anyone here really know of any good books on superhero costume design? I'm working on a research paper. Ooh, yeah, that is more of a Scott question. I'm trying to think of, because Scott and I did like a series of videos on superhero costumes a while ago. It was like a year or so ago. Ask him on Twitter. How much longer are you gonna stream? Until this bar hits 100%, probably. Then I'll stop. I mean, I could stop now, but I don't really feel like getting out of my chair right now, so I'm here. So how's everybody doing? How's life? How's happiness? Maybe I'll respond to these Twitter DMs while I'm talking to you folk. I guess it's Q&A time. I'm gonna reject your DM request, Punda. Your dog has diabetes? Oh no! I'm sorry, Anthony. Is he gonna be okay? Or she? I don't really know your dog. You ever gonna do guests on the On Pod? We did. We've had Ricky, Celeste, Drake. I think that's it. We've had other people on. It's not out of the question. Can we tweet questions for the podcast that aren't life advice questions? Absolutely. Any questions? It's alright. Worst thing done by Tom King? I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people don't like his Batman. I don't really understand that. Sal said I only like Tom King's Batman because I'm depressed, which that makes sense to me. So I guess if you're not a sad boy, you won't like Tom King's writing. You can troll me in Twitter DMs, but I'll just reject it if it's not a serious thing. And then you won't be able to anymore. You sent an important DM. I'll be the judge of that. Ha ha ha. That's so funny. That's so funny, Anthony. I sneezed. I had happened. It's gonna happen again in a second here. Or not. His whole bat and cat thing bothers me. Just say Selena and Bruce. That's what they know each other as, though. They didn't meet as Selena and Bruce. They met as Batman and Catwoman. I think it's cute. What was the second annual? I don't remember. This one? Oh yeah. This was good. I liked this. I think I didn't sneeze again because I was talking through the period where the second sneeze would normally happen. So I tricked myself into not sneezing again, I guess. What's up, tedious penguin? I want to get into reading more X-Men stuff. Where should you start? Just read Dennis Hopeless's Jean Grey and literally nothing else. I'm not a good person to ask about X-Men stuff. I haven't really read much. The only X-Men stuff I've read is Dennis Hopeless's Jean Grey, Bendis's All New X-Men, and then their appearances in crossover events, and that's about it. I don't read a lot of X-Men stuff. Oh yeah, and there's also All New Wolverine. I love a whole bunch, but I always forget that she's like an X-Men person. Death of Wolverine was also pretty good. Just trying to think of mutant books now. But as far as like essential X-Men books, like the main X-Men titles, I can't answer that. If I read Nailbiter, no. Where should you start reading Spider-Woman? Oh, it's not an actual question. I'll answer it anyway. Just read Dennis Hopeless's Spider-Woman. But yeah, just read Dennis Hopeless's Spider-Woman. It spins out of Spider-Verse, so you could skip to issue 5 if you want, which is where she gets her new costume. All you have to know is that she's tired of being an Avenger, and she's tired of multiverse Avengers shenanigans, so she dons a new costume and becomes a PI, or renews her PI license, or just becomes one, I don't remember. And it goes from there, and it's great. And that's the run that leads into her being pregnant and having a baby. Yeah, I've heard New X-Men is pretty great. I read Alan Moore's Lost Girls. Nope. Sorry, I'm answering a thing. Fuck you, Punda. Stop DMing me. What's your favorite Cara Cara Bonito song? What an actual genuine good question. I don't know. They're all good. I really like Heard a Song. I'm gonna look. Heard a Song is really good. Let's see. Heard a Song is really good. Big City's really good. Trampoline is really good. Hey Parents is really silly, but I'm a fan. Benito Intro and Intro Benito are really good. Both versions of Cat v Dog are really good. Babies Are So Strange is just funny, but really good. Oh yeah, they have a new EP out. Oh, they have, like, what? They have 2 EPs I don't have. Wild. Small Town is also really good. They got a lot of good songs. When am I gonna do a meetup for the one, the only Dylan? Why would I do that? No one would come. Boing, boing, boing. They keep releasing, like, weird singles. It's hard to collect all their shit on iTunes. Is there a character I like who doesn't normally get good runs? Spider-Woman? Actually, Iron Man, I'll say. Yeah, I'll say Iron Man for sure. Lately, since Marvel now, the only really solid run he's gotten is Superior Iron Man. Bendis' stuff has been fine. Kieron Gillen's stuff was garbage. But yeah, totally Iron Man. And as far as, like, good runs, obviously Spider-Woman for just runs in general. She doesn't ever get books. But yeah, definitely Iron Man. It's hard to get Iron Man right, I feel. Matt Fraction got it right, and so did Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor didn't get Tony Stark right. Tom Taylor just did a really good Iron Man run. Because it wasn't really Tony Stark, it was Superior Iron Man. It was the inverted Tony Stark. But it was still really fucking good. Iron Man's a shithead? He can be. I'm not answering you, Punda, because I don't have thoughts on them, considering I don't really know what they are. Except Boss Baby. I also don't really care about the Oscars at all, so... Yeah, Tom Taylor and Dennis Hopeless are 2 writers that I don't think get enough credit. I think they deserve more credit for what they do. But anyway, this is at 100% and my food is almost here, so I'm going to end the stream now. This is a solid 2-hour stream. I'm probably not going to do another one of these for a while because I remembered why I don't stream while I edit anymore. But this was fun. This took a lot out of me. Anyway. Bye, everyone. Love you guys. No, I don't. That's not true. I don't know any of you. Good night.